Hello, dear students. In the module 4th, I left one concept, that is misconceptions of cost of capital, right? So that I will discuss it in this video. Basically, cost of capital means nothing but the construction of a portfolio. So that is how much the portion of debt, equity, retained earnings, and preference shareholdings and equity shareholdings, right? So while constructing that cost of capital, certain things which will be kept as like misconceptions ones ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ತಪ್ಪು ಕಲ್ಪನೆಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಆ ಥರ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಪ್ರೂವಬಲ್, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರೂವನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ದೋಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಚುವಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆ ಥರನೇ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಏನೊಂದು ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮಿಸ್ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್. ದೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ 6 points, that is misconceptions of cost of capital. The first misconception is academic and impractical. That is, it is more oftenly only for academic purpose, and it's moreover impractical in nature. If you are going to calculate it now, that in one model or in one type of formulas, another type of cost of equity or cost of preference or cost of retained earnings or cost of debt you will be going to find out, because in one method itself there are more number of methods, sub methods are included, right? So those type of sub methods, if we are going to calculate it, then we will get a different or varied costs. Okay, if it is going to happen, then of course it will be only for academic purpose and it is very impractical in nature. Okay, this is first misconception. Second misconception is equal to the dividend rate. That is, if you observe the cost of capital, all the calculations are most of the time depends on the dividend rate itself. If the company not yet been declared the dividends, then how we are going to calculate the cost of capital, right? So when you observe the dividend issuance, that is forms of dividend issuance, that is stable dividend policy, no dividend policy, or interim or final dividend policy or regular dividend policy, you have observed, right? So in that, how you will judge? That is, the company will not earn the profit in a year. ಕಂಪನಿ ಅರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟನ್ನು. ಆ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಆ ವರ್ಷ ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ದೆರ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಟು ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ದ ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡನ್ನು ಪೇಔಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಫ್ಲಕ್ಚುಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗೇ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಇಯರ್ ಟು ಇಯರ್, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅನದರ್ ಮಿಸ್ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಮಿಸ್ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಟೇನ್ಡ್ ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ are either cost free or cost significantly less than external equity. That is, retained earnings ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಅಥವಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದೊಂದು ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ನು, ಮಿಸ್ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್. ಓಕೆನಾ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ? ಬಟ್ ಆದರೆ ರಿಟೇನ್ಡ್ ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ how much we are going to make an investment on a company or on certain things based on which we are going to earn with a profit. So from that profit we will be going to declare the dividends. Okay, so that is why we can't say that retained earnings are cost free. Okay, this is also one of the impracticability which been implemented in the cost of capital theory. Okay, next is depreciation has no cost. Of course, in a problem, if it is being given, then we will consider it as a ignorable information. Okay, so if you consider the depreciation on straight line method or written down value method or annuity value method or different type of depreciation methods, any asset which will always have the depreciated value. But while constructing the cost of equity or cost of preference or cost of retained earnings or cost of debt, it will be ignored. Okay, only land is appreciated, right? Apart from that, land and buildings, all the items will be depreciated only, right, from one year to another year. But while taking up of the profit proportionate or dividend proportionate, it will be not going to reduce. Okay, that is also one of the misconception. Next is the cost of capital can be defined in terms of an accounting based manner. So it is one of the accounting based manner, right? But still certain what we can call certain internal adjustments as per the requirements being made by the company end. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಕಂಪನಿಯವರು ಹೇಗೆ ಬೇಕೋ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆ ಥರ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಈಗ ನನಗೆ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಈಗ ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲು. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡ್ ರೇಟನ್ನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಥರ ಏನಂತೀರಿ, ಫಾಲ್ಸಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ನ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ಸು ಭಾಳ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಿಸ್ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್, ಇಫ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೆವಿಲಿ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಡೆಟ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆಯ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆವ್ರೇಜ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೋ. ವಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್, ರೈಟಾ. If a project is heavily financed by debt, then weighted average cost of capital, it will not always be low. Okay, because sometimes what happens means, if the funds been accumulated by the external members, it may considered as one of the capital source for the organization. Okay, if it is one of the capital source for the organization, investment will be going to done, right? If investment will be done, and most of the time the profit only occurs, right? All the time loss won't occurs. So that is why this statement is not practical in nature or pragmatic in nature. So that is why it is also one of the greatest misconceptions of cost of capital. Okay, so these are all the various misconceptions of cost of capital which we need to consider while calculating the cost of capitals of different forms. Otherwise there will be no any other option. We need to just carry out the operations which been discussed here. Okay, so this is regarding the misconceptions of cost of capital. Okay, so if you found any doubts, please put it in chat box. I will answer for your questions. Okay, thank you so much.